You can understand almost anyone, so why does being understood feel unbearable? You can solve problems for a living, so why does one small fight feel like your whole life is on trial? Intelligence can be a moat, not because you're cold, because you're fast. Your mind runs ahead of the moment, mapping outcomes, scanning for patterns, preparing a defense before anything has attacked you. People call you self-aware, and you nod, because it sounds better than admitting the truth. You're often more comfortable analyzing love than being inside it. There's an unspoken shame in this. You're capable in public. You're composed. You can hold a room with words. But in private, where love asks for a kind of clumsy presence, you start acting like a student who forgot the language they're meant to speak. Here's an ordinary scene. It's late. The room smells like the burnt edge of toast because you forgot the bread in the toaster again. A glass on the table sweats cold beads onto a paper coaster that's gone soft. The radiator ticks and pops in the dark like someone tapping a fingernail against a desk. Your partner is in the other room, brushing their teeth, and you're staring at a message you never sent. It's not even dramatic. No betrayal. No shouting. It's one sentence you keep rewriting, because every version sounds wrong. You want to say, "I miss you." What comes out in your head is a paragraph about timing, tone, and unintended implications. You test it like code. You run it through 10 imagined reactions. You anticipate misunderstandings the way other people anticipate weather. And you end up saying nothing because silence, at least, can't be misquoted. This is the part people don't like to admit. Being smart can make love feel unsafe because love refuses to behave like a clean system. Love is noisy, it's inconsistent, it has timing problems, it's full of unseen variables, it doesn't reward you for being right. So you do what you've always done when something matters. You bring your strongest skill. You think. You notice what they said, what they didn't say, what their pause probably meant, how their eyes shifted, how their tone changed on one word. You keep receipts in your mind, not to punish them, but because uncertainty makes your skin crawl. You can't relax inside a story you don't understand. And attachment theory explains why this can feel like an invisible hand on the back of your neck. If closeness once came with conditions, if being needed, impressive, low maintenance, or easy was how you stayed connected, then intimacy becomes something you approach with strategy. You crave it, but you also flinch from it because it asks you to hand over control. So you become the person who offers stability, competence, insight. And you keep your raw self behind glass. From the outside, it looks like high standards. From the inside, it feels like constant evaluation. You might even hear yourself thinking things you'd never say out loud. If this relationship is real, it shouldn't be this messy. If we're right for each other, I shouldn't feel this anxious. If I have to ask for affection, it isn't authentic. These thoughts sound intelligent. They sound principled. They also keep you alone. Because love doesn't only happen when it's seamless. Love also happens when you risk looking foolish, when you say something imperfect, when you let a misunderstanding exist for a minute without declaring it a catastrophe. Smart people often mistake emotional friction for proof of incompatibility, not because they don't care, because their brain is trained to treat friction as a signal. Something is wrong. So every awkward moment becomes evidence. Every unmet expectation becomes data. Every conflict becomes a verdict. And soon, you're not building closeness. You're building a case. Picture a chessboard on a table. You sit there, pieces neatly arranged, rehearsing future moves. 3 steps ahead. 4. You can win arguments before they start. You can predict patterns in the way someone pulls away or presses closer. You can see the end of a relationship from the first small crack. The problem is, a chessboard is not a place where people can rest. A chessboard is a place where people get outplayed. So partners start to feel studied, corrected, managed. They can't relax because they feel the eyes of your mind on them, measuring. And you don't mean to do it. You'd rather die than be cruel. But your intelligence becomes a spotlight, and nobody can live under a spotlight for long. There's also a quieter problem hiding inside the bigger one. Many highly intelligent people can talk about feelings with elegance while avoiding the actual experience of having them. You can explain your sadness. You can name your patterns. You can link it to childhood, culture, trauma, personality, attachment. Your vocabulary is endless. Yet when a person tries to get close, you translate the moment into language, because language is safer than sensation. You turn warmth into theory. You turn longing into analysis. You turn a need into an argument for why needing is irrational. It's a strange kind of hunger. You can be loved and still feel unseen because the part of you that's being loved is the part you curated. Then you wonder why it doesn't fill you. This is where one study lands like a small shock, not because it proves anything, but because it reveals what love is made of when you strip away the performance. Psychologist Arthur Aaron and his colleagues brought strangers into a room and had them ask each other a set of increasingly personal questions, 36 of them. Not clever questions, human questions. The kind you avoid at parties because they make your throat tighten. As they answered, many pairs reported feeling unusually close, sometimes even overwhelmed by the sense of connection. If you're highly intelligent, you might want to critique the study. Sample size, context, novelty, expectancy effects. But the story inside it is simple. Closeness grows when two people take turns being real in front of each other. Not impressive, not correct, real. And that's the place your mind often refuses to enter, because realness has no guarantee. If your default is to be brilliant, love will keep confronting you with a humiliating truth. Relationships are not won by brilliance. They are lived by presence. The writer Brené Brown once suggested that love grows where vulnerability is allowed. That line can annoy smart people because it sounds like a poster. But watch what happens when you translate it into your own life. Vulnerability isn't a dramatic confession. It's not spilling your entire history. It's smaller and harder than that. It's saying what you feel before you understand it. It's asking for comfort without providing a perfect rationale. It's letting the other person matter enough to disappoint you and still stay. And yes, it's terrifying, because it means there's something you can't control, how you are received. So you do what you've always done. You try to become impossible to reject. You become so competent that nobody can criticize you, so rational that nobody can corner you, so independent that nobody can abandon you, because you never asked for them in the first place. Then you wake up one day and realize you have created a relationship with a ghost. It looks stable. It feels thin. And the loneliest part is this: you might be adored and still feel like you're performing. There's a shift that doesn't require a grand speech or a personality transplant. It's one sentence, a new name for what's happening. Say this to yourself or to someone you love when you feel your mind trying to turn the moment into a courtroom. I want closeness, not a verdict. That sentence does something important. It doesn't demand perfection from either of you. It doesn't pretend love is easy. It reminds you what you're actually reaching for. Because the goal is not to win the relationship. The goal is to belong inside it. When you can't stop thinking, it's rarely because you enjoy thinking. It's because thinking has been your safest place for a long time. Thinking kept you praised. Thinking kept you protected. Thinking kept you ahead. But love is not a puzzle to complete. Love is a room you step into and stay in, even when you can't predict the next 5 minutes. This is where the spine sentence comes back, changed by a small courage. Intelligence can be a bridge. A bridge looks similar from far away. Structure, strength, design. But it does the opposite job. It connects. It allows weight. It carries two people toward each other instead of keeping them separated. Your mind can do that, too. Your intelligence can help you notice patterns without weaponizing them. It can help you name what's happening without turning it into a diagnosis. It can help you communicate with precision, not as a shield, but as a gift. The difference is not how sharp you are. The difference is whether you let your sharpness cut closeness or carve a path to it. So here's the landing, where the contradiction resolves. Being understood can feel unbearable when your identity is built on being unbreakable. Being loved can feel like a threat when love asks for the part of you that can't be polished. If you stopped trying to be impossible to lose, who would you allow yourself to be with the person you love? You don't need to be less intelligent to have love. You need to be more present than protected.